What up, dogs? It's your boy, Mike, live and in stereo.
Oh, jeez.
This is a weekly, I think, podcast where we just kind of recommend whatever.
Word.
It's your boy, Mike, and this is. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Sam. There you go.
Wow, great job.
Yep.
Great
I
work.
know.
Great work.
Thank
there.
you. Thank you. I put a lot of effort into that, actually. Thought long and hard about it, so.
So, before we start on what the big topics are, is there anything you would like to recommend, movies, shows, or books or games? Because you're a gamer.
Oh, I'm not a gamer, actually,
Now
but...
you're a gamer. We're gonna probably play Call of Duty after this.
Oh, no, we're not. Not at this, but maybe at the end. I'll throw in a little something, but I don't have anything big to, recommend at this moment.
Cool. Keep everybody in suspense. Okay.
Yeah. I'm all about the mystery.
Okay, so I guess we'll just start on the topics. What do you want to start with? Do you want to start with Knives Out, or do you want to start with fucking...
I would like to start with Wakanda Forever, actually.
Okay, we'll start with Wakanda Forever. Obviously, full spoilers. The movie's been out for 3 weeks. If you haven't seen it now, it's made $600 million, so I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Okay. Word. What he said.
So, how do you want to start this? What do you have to say? I guess we'll start with what we have to say, and we'll just kind of talk.
Yeah. I mean, what are your initial thoughts of the movie? Why don't we start there? Just overall thoughts, and then
So initially I thought oh, this is fantastic, and the opening 5 minutes make you fucking cry.
The opening's insane.
They really said, let's make you cry.
Yes.
And then he died. Obviously, they killed T'Challa in the first 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, I mean, they kind of have to, because obviously. But the way they do it is very oh my god.
They basically did cancer without saying it was cancer.
Yeah, they just said he was sick. And it starts off with Shuri trying to save him, and it's all this chaos, and she knows I think she knows that she can't, but she's gonna keep trying because she feels like she has to. But
and then it opens and she prays to the Panther God, and it's I will take back my non-belief if you save him.
yeah,
and then he's dead.
Which I think is probably the best way they could have done that, to be honest.
Well, I think it works well for who she is, because she's never really been somebody who has been about faith.
Yeah.
She's been more about how can I solve this through science.
She's very much a science-driven person.
And I think it feeds into when she does become the Black Panther. Not only does she not want to be the Black Panther, but the person she sees is somebody who obviously didn't believe in that the religious end of it either, because he didn't know it, because it's Killmonger.
Yeah. The whole spirituality.
It was a great way to put him in. I wish they had just been oh, they just use Michael B. Jordan and say he's another T'Challa. But I feel that would have confused a lot of people, and it really would have undercut the whole thing.
I think that would have been too weird. I understand why they used him, because she was in a position where everybody she had loved had died, and she's in this grief mindset, and I think that she was just thinking about, how can I fix it for myself? How can I feel better about it? And I think vengeance was kind of something they both felt was the way to go about things.
Well, that's both the reason they become Panthers.
Yeah. So I think it makes sense that she sees him and not a version of T'Challa or her mom or
Oh
anybody
yeah, I
else.
forgot her mother dies before she becomes the Panther.
Yeah, that's what kind of drives her to finish making the heart-shaped herb and be like, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna try it, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I need to do something.
I feel like one thing I really appreciate about the way they get the herb is they didn't just say, "Oh, we had more. Here's another field. Here's another field of herbs."
Yeah, it's actually really interesting with the bracelet, and for her to think to do that was pretty cool.
It's very like it there's a lot of implications that like they just kind of like gloss over of like the Panther like she remade the herb. Like what can that do? Like you remade the power.
Yeah.
Like what can like if you do another one, I would hope they would do something along the lines of, well, it's not really the herb.
No, it's all like synthetic. It's not
Yeah.
actually the real thing. So obviously there has to be something wrong with it in the sense of
My
maybe
first thought was after rewatching the first one is, are they gonna say T'Challa got the mysterious illness from constantly having the herb removed from his body, put it back in his body, having it removed from his body and put it back in, because it happens like 4 times in the first movie.
yeah. I don't know if they're ever going to talk about him again though, to be honest.
No, he's a kid now. But like
I know, but I mean like in that way. I don't think they're going to like I don't think they would do that, but
so in the comics, Okoye is not the love interest. It's Storm from X-Men.
are you talking about Nakia?
Yes, her.
Yeah.
She is Storm is the love interest. So now since you're introducing X-Men, you could always just be like, no, this is the comic one. You can be like, this is the comic T'Challa.
Oh, okay.
Because
Like
they
have
essentially like Chadwick's character is not the same as the one in the books. It's essentially a new character.
yeah.
And you could just do that.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Namor.
I thought he was cool. The winged feet I thought was going to be really goofy, but it actually wasn't.
It was horrifying.
It was
Hearing it,
horrifying. Yeah. I thought it was going to be like something I would laugh at, but I was just like, "Oh, okay, word." I'm a little
he's like
scared.
zipping around, like zip, zip, zip. And it sounds
Yeah,
like a bee.
it does. It's weird.
It sounds like yeah, it sounds like bees like buzzing in your ear.
Yeah.
Like that
It's
scene where he like single-handedly floods Wakanda
I know. He was just buzzing around,
and then kills the queen.
which I was not expecting like at
I didn't think
all.
they'd kill somebody else. But if you think about like who that actress is and the kind of movie she's in and how like acclaimed she is, how many of these did you really want to was she really gonna do?
I don't know if it's really necessarily that or more like I think Shuri's character needed to lose everybody to do what she did. So I mean, you're probably right on that, but
Probably makes me wonder like, can you really touch this again without it being somebody new? Because Shuri
well,
doesn't want to be
yeah.
Panther.
No, she doesn't. She has no interest in that. She was the sister. She was just there. She likes science. She does her own thing. And now everybody who she loves is dead. Who I think she says to, is it M'Baku? That everybody who truly knew her, like, is now dead. And what is she supposed to do? Like, she doesn't
They,
want to be Black Panther. That was
I'm
not
glad we
something she signed
waited.
up for.
I'm very glad we waited to record this because they said M'Baku is king, and that was very unclear in the movie itself.
Yeah, it was like hinted at, but I don't think it was like said
'Cause I think
definitively.
you left the movie, I left the movie, and I was like, so is he king?
Yeah, I
I
think it
think
was
I
just
asked you that because I
yeah, and
couldn't tell.
I thought it was just implied, but
Well, you know what? He is king and he deserves it. I wish he was a panther. I wish they had done. A lot of people speculated there was going to be more than one panther,
Oh, okay.
and I thought it was going to be Shiri and him.
Maybe they'll do that for the next one if they choose to do like another one.
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can either.
I think
I
they
think
needed to tick the box because the movie was already in production, scripts were already written, people were already paid, and I think you just kind of had to power through it and do it.
I think they did a good job though. I actually really enjoyed the ending, and if it was left like that way, I would be very happy about it.
Namor is ruthless.
Yes.
Right down to, yeah, I surrendered, but I know it's going to pay off in the end because everyone else is going to come for vibranium. And what are they going to do? They're going to call me. Wakanda's going to call me, and I'm going to get what I
Yeah.
wanted anyway.
Yeah. I think I was talking to somebody about this in one of my classes last week because they had seen it, and they were talking about how Namor really isn't the villain of the movie. It's more like just like white people and kind of that bigger hierarchy of power. And
Wouldn't
how
even call it.
I
Well, the
don't
thing
know.
is, like, can you even say in the first Black Panther there's a villain? Because they're both kind of right. They're both
Right.
kind of right in this too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like they both have a common enemy, and Namor is like, I think we should just take care of it now because it's just going to become a problem later, more than it already has been in the past. And I think Shuri and the Queen are both very set on like, well, maybe not Shuri so much after she's killed, but like they're both very set on like peace and because they have the tools to destroy the world, but they don't want to do that. So they just want to do their own thing. But it's like these two minority groups going after each other about how to approach dealing with people who have oppressed you your entire life. And it's interesting.
It's See, I don't think you can do a third unless you're making like the U.S. the villain, which is what like should have been the thing the entire time. Like raw, like Hobbit Man should not be in these movies.
Well, okay. I don't think the United States solely can be the villain of the movie, or this one or the next one, because they talk so much about international power. And that whole meeting with Queen Ramonda at the beginning, with her talking to all these like leaders of these nations, I don't think you could solely make the United States a villain. I think you would have to.
It would have to be
I
the
don't
world.
think it just wouldn't. Yeah, it would have to be the world. I don't think it would work because there's a lot of international politics in these movies. So I think just taking one country, it wouldn't work. You'd have to do all of them.
No, that does make sense, but I don't see it. I don't see a third. I just
I
don't.
don't see a third at all. Absolutely not. I
But like,
liked the
it's
ending of
Marvel.
this one. Yeah, I mean, you
If
might
you
see
really wanted
some.
to not do more, you wouldn't have mmade this.
Yeah,
But like, you got to
I
check off those
suppose.
boxes for Secret Wars, you know.
Yeah, I also think you had to wrap it up in a certain way.
But there's a few more things in this movie that we should talk about. First, we should
Mm.
talk about Ironheart,
Oh
Riri
gosh,
Williams,
I don't even.
a
Okay.
tacked on piece of character, the likes of which is so transparent in terms of we need to. Here's another hero. Here's another Iron Man. You know,
Yeah. Hmm.
and I I don't. It's very. It was very tacked on. Like it didn't need to be there. You could have. I feel like a lot of her scenes you could have taken out, but also you can't because you made her the MacGuffin. You made her the whole point of the movie because
Yeah.
Namor wanted her because she made the tool to find vibranium.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
I
I don't
just
think.
feel like because they did this with Multiverse of Madness, where they made America Chavez like the plot,
Yeah.
and then they kind of did it again here. If you think about it, because America Chavez is like the goal of the movie. Basically, it's keep her safe from Wanda,
Yeah.
and here it's keep her safe from Namor.
Yeah. It is very similar. It is basically the same thing.
And I didn't like her suit, but it screams, here comes the Disney Plus show. How do we make this look cheap enough where we can afford to do it on TV?
Yeah, I didn't really care for the suit, but it
And
is
I
very
found, but then they're like, we're going to keep this here because it's fully vibranium.
yeah.
So I'm like, why did you like cheapen out on this suit when you're going to make her go bare bones again in her show?
Yeah, I don't know. It be how it be, I guess.
I really sound like I hate this movie, but I actually really liked it. It made me feel a lot of things. But I don't know if it's like one I would ever rewatch because I feel like I would just it makes you too sad.
It's very heavy on the grieving process. It's kind of
And
like sorry, go ahead.
oh no.
I lost my train of thought. It's fine, go.
Oh cool. um because
So
I was gonna
anywho.
completely change the subject before I forgot about it.
Oh, okay. Then change the subject.
Um what do we think of Hobbit Man and Elaine from Seinfeld?
Weird. They were married?
Yeah, I found that really weird. I found
Like
that really
what?
strange.
Okay. It's icky, but whatever.
Well, in the comics, she's married to Nick Fury
Oh, I guess that would make sense. I don't know.
because they're essentially the same person,
Yeah.
except one recruits the Avengers, the other recruits the Thunderbolts.
Word.
But basically, they're really sticking in Thunderbolts is the thing. Thunderbolts is coming, and
Yeah.
but like, there's nobody in this movie you recruit. Like, there's no reason for her to be here other than we need her to kind of show up somewhere else.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know why they made them married though. That's
She
weird
doesn't
to me.
That's because that's how you brought her in.
Yeah, but it's weird. It's so weird.
Like,
Does she work for the CIA? That was unclear to me.
I don't know who she works for. They
Oh,
didn't even
cool.
specify.
Cool. Okay. I love that.
But they really want you to be aware Thunderbolts is coming now.
Yes, they do. I'm fully well aware. I'm up to date with Florence Pugh. Okay. So don't even worry, Marvel.
But like, where are we gonna? Apparently, Florence is in Ant-Man, but that's like a whole other thing.
That is a whole other thing. I don't even know. I don't know.
We'll find out when we see Ant-Man. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, they're really hedging their bets here on Thunderbolts, and it's literally they all do the same thing. It's like that thing from Suicide Squad, where like, isn't he just me? That's literally all of them.
Yeah.
So, what
It's
did you think
okay.
of Black Panther? Sum it up. Sum it up in like 2 sentences.
Oh, I don't like summing things up.
Sum it up.
Hey. I really like this movie because of the way that it deals with grief and the process of mourning people you've lost. I think it does a good job with that. And I don't know, I just really liked it. Okay, your turn.
Mm. See, I like that she did that spinny flip kick on the boat, and
Oh,
when she
yeah, yeah,
lands and the
yeah.
music plays, the
Right.
music slaps in this movie like the first
The
one.
music is so fucking good in this movie. God. The first one had good music too, though, didn't it?
I think the first one might have better music.
It probably does. I
I
believe
think it
you.
does. For my rewatch to when I went and saw it, I think the music in the first one is better.
Yeah, I believe you. But either way, they both have fantastic music. I can't even lie.
Oh, and that final fight, that was raw shit.
Yeah, she was like, just kidding. I won't kill you this time.
She got
Teehee.
impaled. She got messed up.
They got fucked up. They both got fucked up. I can't even lie. It was
Their
crazy.
plan was to basically dehydrate him.
Yes.
Their plan
It
was
was very
to beat the
smart.
villain was how Hugh Jackman trains for Wolverine.
Oh my god.
That's what they did.
Dehydrate yourself.
Yeah, have you ever heard about this?
No.
He dehydrates for 6 days. so he looks as shredded as possible.
Okay, Hugh. Talk about unhealthy practices.
You see those images from the Wolverine? You know what I'm talking about.
I'm scared of those. He looks crazy.
That's from dehydrating and lifting.
Okay, well, I will never do that.
There's no liquid going into that system.
Well,
it's insane.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little scared of it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, so is that it for Black Panther?
Glass onion?
Oh, Glass Onion time?
That's what I'm saying. Duh.
Yes.
Get
Do you want to start?
I'm gonna let you start because I started the other one. Actually, no, I didn't. But I'm gonna let you start it because you put it at the top of your letterbox. So justify why you did that.
Cool. Fuck. Really put me on
Okay,
spot here.
Oh my god, cry about it. I'll go. I thought this movie was very fun.
So I thought this movie was very fun.
In my notes, I have very fun, exclamation point. The fits, exclamation point. The twists, exclamation point. I can't speak.
Yeah.
Twin, question mark? That's what I have. Does that inspired you to speak on this?
So, I thought this movie was very fun.
Mm-hmm.
In my notes, I wrote, the fits.
Oh.
The twist.
This is really awkward.
I was just making fun of you.
Yeah, I know. Maybe have your
you're right. You're right. They decided Benoit was gay off screen.
Word.
That was fun.
He's married to Hugh Grant.
Is it Hugh Grant?
I don't know. I think so.
I don't feel like Googling it. It's one of the Hughes. It ain't Hugh Dancy. He's Hannibal.
Let me look because now I feel embarrassed.
Craig's fits insane.
Honestly, the swimming pool when he goes in the pool, like that whole fit, and he just goes into the pool with it completely on.
He just goes into the pool with his fit, yeah.
Like, as you should. Like, it's a solid fit. I would go in the pool with that too.
Can we talk about when he just shows up there in that scene and he's like, I'm on vacation. I'll have a drink.
Yeah.
Also, he wasn't invited. That's where it got interesting. The beginning kind of like, it's very like, I don't know, something about the first movie was better in terms of hooking me in than this one was. This one took a lot longer.
Yeah, well, it doesn't get interesting until you find out that he wasn't actually invited. It's just like weird because you're like, why the fuck was this guy invited to this like island with all these people? He has no, like, I get it. It's like a murder mystery, but it doesn't make any sense. And then you find out he wasn't invited, and then you're like, oh, okay, word.
Well, they pull the same, they like pull the same trick like 3 times.
Yeah, they do.
They keep cutting back and forth between present and past.
Mm-hmm.
And like it by the last time it kind of gets annoying.
Yeah.
Like
it does.
So the first reveal is good where he wasn't invited and she's the twin.
Yes, she's the twin, and the girl who's supposed to be there is actually dead. Fucking crazy.
That's good. And then we go all the way up. Actually, no. I think it's the only one.
That's really the only twist. And then they all find out, and it's like, oh my god.
Oh, the other good one where they pull the same trick again is when they go back again. They go backwards again, and it's basically revealed that he's just like, yeah, fuck with them.
Yeah.
Cause a scene.
Yeah. They're like working together. And he's like,
it's not about and then they lose. Like they flat out lose.
Yeah. He basically tells the twin, like, you have to pretend to be her and you have to cause chaos. Like, you have to piss them off so that you can go walk away and go through all their things because you have to find this thing. It was like this whole complicated thing. And then in the end, they figured it out and they were like, this reveal that she's the twin and the actual girl's dead. And everyone's like, oh my god. And then they like figure out who the killer is and they still lose.
To provide some background into what we're speaking about. Basically, like, Ed Norton plays, like, Elon Musk Kanye West.
Ew.
Right? Am
Yeah.
I right in that analogy?
Yeah, I would say very Elon Musk in of I'm a fucking idiot, but I'm a entrepreneur.
So
And
basically,
I'm
they go to the island for this whole murder mystery weekend, and they're like, "Oh, we'll invite Benoit Blanc because like world's greatest detective." And turns out he wasn't actually invited.
the twin invited him,
The twin
technically.
was like, "You should go."
You
Yada
should
yada
go
yada.
and because somebody killed my sister and they're gonna be part of this group of people
And the
on this
sister got
island.
screwed out of the multi-million-dollar business.
The sister and Elon Musk guy were partners and he fucked her over,
Yeah.
basically.
And basically he gets away like Ryan Johnson's basically trying to say billionaires are above the law. The only way they get in trouble is by karma.
Yeah.
And they're idiots.
They're fucking idiots.
Like, so Benoit solves the murder mystery in approximately 3 seconds.
Yeah, the little fake murder mystery party, he like solves it
Which
super
I
quick.
appreciate because like the only thing we had was Knives Out, and like he was kind of a fucking idiot.
Oh.
If you think about it, he was kind of an idiot who
Oh,
didn't
man.
solve the murder up until it was like flat in front of his face.
Yeah, I suppose. It's been a while since I watched it, so I can't really agree or
And like a
disagree.
bunch of dumb shit happens, and you really like for the first time you're like, he's really a shit detective.
Yeah.
And here he's like solving cases like really quick.
It's very quirky because
And then he's
the
like,
Elon
my blood's pumping.
Oh,
Gee
fiddlesticks.
Willikers. Oh, fiddlesticks.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Gee Willikers.
He doesn't say that, does he?
You know what? I forgot. Sorry.
I don't think he says that. It's really
He doesn't?
embarrassing.
Oh,
No.
fiddlesticks.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
His
God.
accent is basically what happens when you game too hard.
Thank you. His accent reminds me of Jasper from
Oh,
the
when they
Eclipse
decided he was
movie.
Southern halfway through
When they decided
the
that he
saga?
was a fucking Civil War veteran.
You mean when they decided he was racist?
He was like, battle scars. It's the same fucking thing.
Did you see what he did on Twitter where he called out the Twilight Hards on fucking Twitter?
No.
And Reddit?
Oh
yeah,
God,
he was on
no.
a cameo video and he was like, "You Twilight rats with your shit posts."
Oh.
No, but he
Okay.
loves them.
Oh, as he should, because they're good.
Anyway,
I love them too.
Back to the movie. We're not talking about Twilight.
Sorry, that's for another time.
Maybe.
Yes.
Oh.
So, anywho.
We'll see.
Oh.
So, basically, he solves that really quick, and then he's like, "Listen, you brought a bunch of people to a remote island for a murder mystery party, and all of them have reason to want you dead."
Yeah, you really
it's
set
like
yourself
turning
up
off
here.
the lights and putting a loaded gun in the middle of the room.
Ha! That's so silly.
And literally, that's what he does.
That's what fucking happens.
And when they're doing the breakdown of the case, and he's like, "You motherfucker, you just took my idea. You're not even that smart."
I know. He's like, "You're actually an idiot because I told you that, and then you decided to do it." So.
And the thing is, they're all kind of stupid. Like, there's the influencer lady who is basically like about to have to release a statement about being a sweatshop owner, pretty much.
Because
and she
thought...
was like, she got the email and was like, yeah. She was like, they were like, you basically run a sweatshop, and she was like, yeah, good.
Well, that's
the idea.
She was signing like the contracts to own it. She was like, yeah, that's the idea, because it's a sweatshirt, sweatpant, like branded company, and that she literally thought that they made fucking sweatpants, and she thought that that's what a sweatshop meant. So she's just really stupid.
And then right down to the reveal of the twin, and she's just like, "Oh, you told me about your
Oh, that's the twin. Oh, yeah, she's really stupid. She's done some racist stuff. Oh, no, she's not. She's done some racist stuff.
I said it in the movie, and I'll say it now.
That's actually... Are you calling me racist right now?
No, I'm calling you dumb.
Oh. I feel like that's wrong. I have 2 bachelor's degrees. So,
Oh.
anywho, yeah.
So, anyways,
I like the way this movie ends.
I thought it went on
With
too long.
I did think it went on too long, but I did enjoy when she started smashing all the stupid little glass sculptures and she used like the stupid energy shit that
Oh
he
yeah, it
was
all comes
trying to
back.
like yeah, and how she kind of uses it to blow up the Mona Lisa to kind of fucking destroy his entire plan and be like,
And
how are
then
you
he
going to
had
be
said in the movie he
successful?
wants to be like talked about in the same breath as the Mona Lisa, and then they're like, "You're finally talked about in the same breath as the Mona Lisa," and I was like, "Shit, you know what?"
Yeah, it was cool. It was like this, he was trying to have this, and God, it was like this kind of energy that was like environmentally friendly, but it actually was terrible and would like kill people in their homes. And but this like the entire friend group was on board with it because they had to be because he's very powerful and he has a lot of money, yada yada yada. And the twin at the end basically takes this energy shit and like blows up his house with it and destroys the Mona Lisa. So it's like very like ooh poetic, like you're known as the guy who destroyed the fucking Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you want the cast of Knives Out 3 to be? Off the top of your head,
Honestly,
5 people.
I don't know because it's like it has to be like the randomest people. I want Robert Pattinson in one. I really fucking do, and I stand by that. But anybody else, I have no idea.
I stand by that tweet that I saw a couple days ago.
Mm.
Hold on, I'm gonna find it.
Okay, you find it. It is in fact Hugh Grant, by the way. I looked it up.
It is Hugh Grant.
Yes, that is his
Okay,
part.
so the 4 people are Robert Pattinson, Tatiana Maslany,
Mm.
what's her fucking name?
Oh, I
Uh,
can't even remember.
Tessa Thompson, and Nick
Okay.
Cage.
Oh my god, Nick Cage. Nick Cage and Robert Pattinson in the same room, I think would be
Yeah,
so chaotic. I don't know
I
what
think
I
it
would
would be
do with
iconic
myself.
enough.
Yeah.
Um, and the murderer would obviously be fucking Nick Cage.
See, I feel like it wouldn't be.
But Ed Norton was so obviously the killer of this movie.
I know. That's what kind of bummed me out though, because it was really obvious. I think
Well,
towards
so
the
was the
end.
first one. Like Chris Evans doesn't show up for an hour into the movie, and he's
Yeah,
basically already painted as probably the killer for being such a douchebag.
that's true. Which is the same for this movie.
Like I don't ever like they're not good mysteries,
Yeah,
but they're fun movies.
they are fun movies. They're very fun.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, me too.
Number
You
one
put
on
it
the
at the
list.
top. Yeah, you put it at the top of your list. I
Top
think
Gun
it's number
Maverick, same
2
breath.
on mine.
I whisper Glass Onion with Top Gun Maverick in the same
Oh,
breath.
jeez. Yeah. You know, Glenn Powell's very active on Twitter. Do you follow him?
No.
You should. He tweeted something today about how someone should remake the Maverick trailer to be like he's been recruited to be Santa Claus.
Well, guess what? Maybe if I'll tweet at him, he'll answer me.
Well, you don't follow him, so maybe he wouldn't.
What if I did? What if I follow him now?
Well, I don't know. Maybe that'll work.
Anywho, anything you want to recommend?
Um
No, just don't leave dead silence, okay?
sorry, did you not like the sounds of me breathing? Is that not
No, we
enough for
can't have dead
you?
silence in it. It'll sound
Oh.
bad.
Oh.
I'm not even gonna cut this out.
Oh, okay. Do you have anything you want to recommend that you've
Oh,
watched
cool. Turn the
recently?
question right on me.
No, I'm
Put me on the
asking.
spot. Um,
You keep putting me on the spot. What do you want from me? This is a
I mean,
partnership.
I wanna recommend. Well, there's a couple things I want to recommend. Like, I want to
Okay.
recommend God of War Ragnarok, which I want to take some time to talk about at some point. I think you should
Okay.
play it first.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Yeah, I
I'll
mean,
add it to my
Christmas break coming
list.
up, sweetie.
I'll add it to my list of things.
Oh, that's the name of this podcast.
Yeah, that's why I said it. You're welcome.
Wow, very clever.
Thank you.
Andor, which you're currently in the middle of
Yes.
watching. Andor is
Yes.
like the best Star Wars thing that nobody's watching, which is like it's basically like the Better Call Saul of Star Wars because it's like nobody's watching it.
I feel like that's a good comparison.
Yeah, because you still haven't seen Better Call Saul.
I'm sorry, Breaking Bad took a lot out of me. I like needed a break from that world for a little bit.
I guess that's it. I'll recommend Andor.
Word. Okay.
What do you got? What do you got?
I am actually gonna recommend a song.
Oh wow.
Crazy. Because well, it's for a good cause. So Phoebe Bridgers every year will do a Christmas cover and she'll post it everywhere. And this year it's So Much Wine by the Handsome Family, and all of the proceeds from the song are going to the Los Angeles LGBTQ Center. So I will recommend that song. It's very sweet. It's very nice. It's
So
very
everyone go listen
Christmassy.
to that song 1,000 times.
Yeah. Word.
Wow.
Crazy.
Well, anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. I think next time we do this, I need to take more notes because very
Well,
disorganized in my brain, but that's okay.
well, we'll be back next week.
Yeah.
So we'll be back, guys, next week with another episode of
Oh my god.
Add this to the list.
It's actually add that to the list, but
Whatever.
whatever.
I think I put add this to the list. I think I did put add this to the list in the RSS
Did you?
feed. Oh,
Oh, that's okay. Who cares? That's what it is now.
Well, whatever. Whatever.
Who cares?
Yeah, so we'll be back next week.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what we're talking about yet. We'll see how far I can get her through Andor.
I'll finish it. We can talk about it.
Will you?
Yeah.
Will you?
Oh my god.
Really?
I'm sorry. What was that? Yes, I will. I've been waiting for you to watch it together because I thought that's what you wanted, but I can watch by myself and finish it right now.
You can technically finish it right now. You're only on episode 3.
My god.
There's 12.
I'll finish it for next week, and we can talk about it next week.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
So stay tuned. Andor.
Hear that, guys? I'm gonna hold her to it.
And I'll have it done.
You can hold me to that.
Oh. Okay.
All right, anyway, guys, bye.
Okay, bye.